You can't make everybody happy. It's the rule of life, and Fallout players, while being some of the nicest people around, like to moan about everything. Something that they moan a lot about is nuclear winter. We preferred survival mode, though it was switched off because no one was playing. PvP is broken, often because they didn't stick with it long enough to get any better at it. It's just a Fortnite ripoff. Well, okay, I don't have anything for this one because it's obvious that Fallout was just the latest game trying to hop on the BR bandwagon. I'd compare it to PUBG before I would Fortnite though, and I'd argue that it's different enough from both games to stand on its own merit. So let me spin a little bit of positivity around Nuclear Winter and explain why actually it's pretty good. I entered Fallout 76 when they offered a free week with the release of Nuclear Winter 2 years ago. I'd avoided it before then, and I'm sure you know why, but within an hour of installing it and firing it up for the first time, I wondered why the heck I hadn't done so before. The world, though not graphically amazing, was beautifully crafted. The lore, and bear in mind this was before Wastelanders, was more immersive than I'd been led to believe it was, and I quickly started meeting people, many of whom I still play with today. Then I decided to try the mode that had been the key through which I'd been granted a look at this fantastic game. I had played other BR games in the past, and while I wasn't opposed to the concept of a deathmatch where the last man standing wins, in most cases I was obviously up against kids who played 10 hours minimum a day, and had things like the building mechanics down to where even if I managed to get the best weapons and the best shields or armor and get the drop on them, I was immediately greeted with a small fortress to wade through, which inevitably ends up with me dying. Wanting to live my life outside of the virtual world where music, nature, family and a social life are also a factor, I decided to try Fallout's take on the BR genre, knowing that Fallout has always been friendly to the maturer gamers out there. My first impressions were not bad. It was seriously lacking a solo mode, but I met people who were willing to show me the ropes, and the map was a familiar one from the game, but inevitably I died quickly and frequently, which led to more waiting time in the lobby than actual game time. It quickly grated on me and was compounded by the sheer amount of obvious hackers in the mode who could fly around the map or punch me out from 5 clicks away. I let it lie for many months, but came back to it when Wastelanders was released and there were new rewards up for grabs. I was pleasantly surprised by how few obvious hackers there were, and even the ones who were a bit sus went down with coordinated teamwork and the right mix of user builds in the team. And this is where Nuclear Winter stands out. You see, it doesn't matter what level you get to or whether you know the map or not in most BR games. Everyone spawns in with nothing, and this theoretically levels the playing field. But with Nuclear Winter being team only, to stand a competitive chance, you are best to find a group of players with which to liaise. You can change and balance your perks, which give you the opportunity to cause more damage with a certain weapon class, or run a hacker or picklock perk for rewards in the round, either for yourself or to benefit your team as a whole. If you have a really nice squad, you might want to mix specialities, one being a sniper with hacking ability, with 2 on shotguns and another running automatic. You share weapons and ammo in the game, really forcing a level of team play I have yet to see in another Battle Royale offering. The pace is slower and more measured, adding a tactical element to each round and a deep knowledge of the map with all of its potential crate spawning points and the possible locations of the ever-elusive nuclear briefcase are imperatives to the enjoyment of this mode. It takes time and patience and an ability to play well with others, but if you persevere, you'll find suddenly one day that you are 5 times longer in a match than waiting in the lobby. Your list of friends has grown and your watch is telling you that it's 4 hours later than you thought it was, but you still don't want to go to sleep. In short, if you've written off this mode, I'd encourage you to come back with fresh eyes and a fresh perspective and give it another go. Many PvP players complain that there's no PvP in the game without ever really giving this mode a fair try, chalking it up to being a Fortnite clone. If you despise Fortnite, however, and you are dodging this mode due to that assessment, I can assure you that it is not the case. This is Gizmo First. Thanks for staying with me, and please hit the like and subscribe button down below.